Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? No wonder it's taken me this long to organize it all. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is RaiBshaw and I'm a writer of YA historical fiction, currently working on my debut novel, Untamable. And in today's video, we're going to do another Scrivener for beginners. So I've already done 2 of these and I will link them both up in the cards up above if you are interested in seeing those. Just a quick disclaimer, I am no Scrivener expert. I am just an amateur writer trying to learn how to use Scrivener. So if you are looking for a more advanced tutorial, this is not the video for you, but if you are a little bit more on the technologically challenged end of the spectrum, then hopefully you'll be able to find this video helpful. I have already gone over in my first video how to set up the basic structure of your story to be able to write in Scrivener. In my next video, I went over how to create character profiles and add pictures in. And then in today's video, this is a little bit more personalized, I guess. I'm going to show you how I am using Scrivener to organize all of the beta feedback that I've gotten. Summer of last year, I sent out my manuscript to beta readers. I had about 16 beta readers total, and that was, let me tell you, a ton of feedback. And the way that I sent out to beta readers was I sent every beta reader their very own Google document. I sent my book out in 6 parts, so there were 6 Google documents per person. So that is 92 documents total. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? No wonder it's taken me this long to organize it all. I had 92 documents total to keep track of that all my beta readers were commenting in. So there was a lot of beta feedback to organize, and I had a lot of documents to go through to pick out all of that feedback. I wanted to condense it all and put it all into one document so that I could see it all in one place. At first, I was doing that on a Google document. I had to go into every single document, copy all of the comments and also the questionnaire at the end of every section, and then paste it all into one Google document. The Google Doc was getting way too long and it was taking forever to scroll down. You know how a document can get kind of bogged down and then it freezes and then it's hard to scroll all the way back up. Every time I finished the feedback for one reader for a certain part, I'd go into that same part of the book for the next beta reader and I'd have to scroll back up in the document. Basically, it was getting to be too much. There was a lag in the document and I was scrolling up and down and losing my place, and it was hard. And so that's why I decided to try organizing it in Scrivener instead. And so I'm going to hop on my computer here and show you guys just kind of what I've been doing to organize all of my beta reader feedback. Okay, so here I'm in my little Scrivener thing. I'm going to open my beta feedback. So here on the left-hand side of the screen, this is what you call your binder. This is where you can see everything in one place. So I'll close this. I have my book separated into 6 parts that I sent out to the beta readers. And so to organize the feedback, I also created 6 little folders to represent the 6 parts of the book and organize it that way. When I was organizing the feedback for part 1, I could just go into part 1 here, and I had created a place to put all of the feedback that I got on my prologue, and then all the feedback I got on chapter 1, chapter 2, so on and so forth. And then at the very end here, I created a separate little folder for my questionnaire. I had a questionnaire that was 10 questions long at the end of every part of the book. And then I just had the beta readers fill out their answers to the questions. So I put all of the answers to all of the questions there in part 1. After I sent out to beta readers, I wanted to go through and read the draft again for myself because I had made a lot of changes immediately before sending out to beta readers, and then I hadn't had a chance to go through and read that revision of the draft. And so after sending out to beta readers, as all of their feedback was coming in, I was starting to get kind of overwhelmed, and I was thinking, I don't even know what I want for this book anymore. And so I went through and did my very own read through of the book without beta feedback. And then I wrote notes to myself for each chapter and each part of the book for things that I wanted to change in each chapter. So at the beginning here, I wrote my own little author note for things I wanted to change in the prologue, and then I went through and copied and pasted all of the feedback that I'd gotten on the prologue in the order that the comments were made in the document by the beta readers. So it's taken me a long time to organize all of this, but this is just kind of how I've been using Scrivener to organize everything. So now all this will be formatted in the same way that my book is formatted, and I can print it all out. I can just look at, okay, I'm working on part 3 now, and I'm working on chapter 16. So I want to go in here and see, okay, what were the things that I already noted to myself I wanted to change in chapter 16? It looks like there were a lot of things. And then down here, is all of the feedback that I got from the beta readers on chapter 16. I color-coded the kind of comments that I received. So if it was for world building, the color was green. If the comment had something to do with something being unclear or that the reader was confused about, I highlighted it in blue. If the beta reader made a comment that I thought was very thought-provoking and that I definitely want to return to and think, okay, that's a really good idea or that's a good suggestion, how can I implement that? I highlighted that in orange. If it was something that the beta reader really liked or that they were getting really into the story and they were gushing about, I highlighted that in pink and just called it fangirling. If it was something that made the beta reader laugh, I highlighted it in purple. And so for every comment that the beta readers made, I just highlighted their name in the color that the comment was categorized under, I guess. And then I have a printed out version of my book where I actually physically highlighted the sentences that beta readers commented on. So as I'm going through and revising, I can just look at my printed out draft and see, oh, a comment was made here in green. So somebody had a world building comment here, and then I can go look and see, okay, who had the world building comment? It was Peggy. And so then I can read that comment. Anyways, so I know this is not really something that everybody uses Scrivener for, but I thought it would be interesting just to share with you guys another way that I'm utilizing Scrivener. The jury's still out on whether or not this method of organizing feedback is really all that helpful. So if you are interested to see how helpful this actually ended up being for me, then go ahead and subscribe down below and follow my journey, because I will be doing a video on that shortly. Hopefully this gave you a good idea of other ways that you can use Scrivener to help you organize things with your book. It saved me a ton of time and a lot of headache. Please let me know down below if there's any way that you have been using Scrivener that you feel like is a little bit different from how a lot of other people use it. I feel like Scrivener is super versatile. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. That's all I have to say for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you found it helpful or interesting or entertaining in any way, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Would you come and take a walk with me? We'll cross over the mountains and we'll reach the pale blue sea. I love you, I'm so glad you love me too. And I wrote this song for you. Every word I say